Is Christy Sides' job in jeopardy? Is Christy Sides now on the coaching hot seat? A lot of fans of Caitlyn Clark are not pleased with the job that Christy Sides is doing with the Indiana Fever, and she has got a lot of backlash for her coaching style. But before we get off of today's podcast, tell a friend to tell a friend. Well, Christy Sides is back in the news. Now she is on the hot seat. Is Christy Sides' job in jeopardy? A lot of people are coming at Christy Sides after the Chicago Skies defeated the Indiana Fever this past Sunday, 88-87. And the reason for the loss was the coaching blunder by Christy Sides. Now, we all know that she got the great Caitlyn Clark on her team. She was drafted #1 in the WNBA draft, and she's on the Indiana Fever for a reason. She is a difference maker, and a lot of people say that offense should be ran through Caitlyn Clark. Caitlyn Clark is the cash cow right now of the WNBA. She is putting these fans in the seats, and the viewership for the WNBA is at an all-time high. Now, you know what the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever drew their second game. They had the most views over a platform, CBS, of almost 3 million views. And that's been something that hasn't been done in the WNBA in 23 years. But the reason why we hear, because there's a rumor swirling around that Christy Sides' job is in jeopardy and she is on the hot seat. Now, this all came after the defeat to the Chicago Sky. A lot of media personnel, a lot of fans are coming at Christy Sides in a heavy way, and they are displeased and they are not pleased with the job that she's doing with a superstar in Caitlyn Clark. Now, you have a lot of media personnel and a lot of people in the YouTube media space that are talking about Christy Sides. She's not the right coach for Caitlyn Clark. Now, Caitlyn Clark did receive the Honda Cup award, and when she was asked a question about, receiving that reward, Caitlyn Clark had some interesting things to say about Lisa Blutter. And a lot of people said that, she was taking a shot at, Christy Sides. If you really read that the way she said it, me personally, I think she was taking a little shot at Christy Sides, because what she said about Lisa Blutter is the best leader she's ever been around, and she knows how to make lemonade out of bitter lemons. And she's basically saying Christy Sides can't do that right now. And, Caitlyn Clark did say that in Iowa, they didn't have the most talent, but Lisa Blutter knew how to get the girls to play at their highest potential. And I don't think Christy Sides is doing that. So now there's reports out there that Christy Sides' job is in jeopardy, and she's on the hot seat. Now, after the game on Sunday, a lot of people went to social media. A lot of people, went on the internet. But the article that is from Athlon Sports, Indiana Fever coach delivers criticism of the Caitlyn Clark after loss to the Chicago Sky. Indiana Fever coach Christy Sides has one critique for her star rookie Caitlyn Clark. Now, the Indiana Fever fell to the Chicago Sky on Sunday, losing to their Eastern Conference rivals for the first time this season, leading by as many as 15 points in the third quarter. Indiana was outscored 24-15 in the fourth quarter, falling by a final score of 88-87. While there is always much more to a loss than one or two plays, many have pointed to Indiana's late game management and play calling from Christy Sides for the reason for the loss. More specifically, critics have pointed to Caitlyn Clark not being selected to take either of the final 2 shots for Indiana, despite having made 5 3-pointers in that game. Now, RG3, Robert Griffin, took to his social media and said Caitlyn Clark should have taken that last shot. That's why you have her for moments like this, period. You know, following the game, Fever head coach Christy Sides confirmed that her final play call led an Aaliyah Boston missed jumper shot was indeed intended for Boston, which intensified the criticism of this strategy. Christy Sides said on what the initial play call was down 1 point with 7 seconds to go, how it played out. I mean, it was just to get a quick touch right there. Aaliyah Boston to get the ball and turn and get to the basket. Now, while a lot of focus has been placed on the particular play, there was a moment in the transition when Clark could have taken a pull-up 3, but opted against it. Speaking with reporters on Tuesday, Sides was honest in her criticism of Clark, saying at times she is too unselfish. I think sometimes she's been a little too unselfish, Sides says. She had 13 assists the other night against Chicago. I think she's turned down some shots. I like her to take shots like that when she comes off, and she knows she has the green light. So basically she's saying that, you know, Caitlyn Clark got the green light, but is it too late for her to start preaching like this, telling Caitlyn Clark that she has the green light? So as a true point guard, Clark is already one of the best passers in the WNBA, but her head coach would like to see her be more aggressive when it comes to looking for her own shot. Now, basically, you know, what Christy Sides is saying is she has told Caitlyn Clark that she has the green light, but a lot of people don't think so. A lot of people say that, you know, Christy Sides is holding Caitlyn Clark back and she's not doing a good job of coaching. Now, we all heard about the reports about the secret meeting between Lisa Blutter. Can they convince her to come out of retirement to be Caitlyn Clark's next coach? But the rumors are starting to swirl. The rumor mill is picking up on Christy Sides being on the hot seat. Is her job in jeopardy? A lot of people would love to see Indiana get rid of Christy Sides and bring in somebody that can utilize Caitlyn Clark's potential and unlock the beast in her. Now, it's a lot of people, rumors out there stating about, you know, Mark Jackson as a potential replacement. I mean, like I said, these are all rumors, but the rumor mill is talking, the media is talking, and you know what that does? It picks up a lot of steam when the media starts talking about one particular coach and they're focused in on what Christy Sides is doing with Caitlyn Clark. Everybody wants to see Caitlyn Clark at her full potential and a coach to unlock the beast in her. But they saying that Christy Sides is holding her back. So there's a lot of coaches out there that make sense for Christy Sides. And I think a lot of Caitlyn Clark fans would love to see Christy Sides be replaced by somebody that is more formidable to making Caitlyn Clark what Caitlyn Clark was in college. And the name that has came up is Lisa Blutter. Now, we all know about that secret meeting that she had with the owner of the Indiana Fever. Now, Christy Sides has made a roster change when they just got rid of their best defender in Celeste Taylor. So we got to keep an eye on this. Like I said before, you know, Christy Sides, I stated that I think she would make it through the year. I know there's only 40 WNBA games in a season for these teams. I think they got like 25 more to go. But do y'all think Christy Sides will make it the full season, or will she be replaced? Will she be replaced by the All-Star break? That's the question. A lot of people, you know, tend to think so, that Christy Sides' job is in jeopardy. And some of these adjustments that she's doing, do you think it's too late? I mean, she should have conveyed that to the team early in training camp or whatever practices they had. But I think that she is losing the locker room. I think she's losing trust in her team. I think the team don't, you know, trust Christy Sides' coaching ability. I mean, from that clip that we saw between her and Caitlyn Clark at the end of that game, you saw the frustration on Caitlyn Clark. Now, we all know Caitlyn Clark is a magnificent player, highly skilled, highly talented, but you got to have the right coach to push the right buttons to bring it out of them, because the team got to be all on one page. But you guys let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. Is Christy Sides' job in Jeopardy? And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap, and we're going to catch you on the next one. And remember, on your way out the door, when you put your shoes on, do me a favor. Give this video a thumbs up.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.